Good day, and may serenity fill your spirit. What follows comes from a place of quiet intuition, meant to offer comfort, not a forecast. Trust what feels meaningful to you. Your presence here is purposeful. A gentle nudge within you, perhaps from a place beyond our sight, led you to this moment. This often happens when the inner self seeks solace, when thoughts are heavy, energy is low, or when you've been bearing a weight patiently and alone. There's a sense that in the recent quiet hours, a change occurred. It was not an event you could see or hear, but a subtle turn within a certain heart. While the outside world was dark and hushed, someone's inner world was softly stirring. Their surroundings were still. Their expression was peaceful. Yet, beneath the surface, their awareness was quietly alert. This alertness did not spring from worry or dread. It emerged because of a connection to you. At times, a genuine affection becomes a gentle pressure, urging a soul toward sincerity, first in silent prayer, then in self-admission, and, in time, perhaps in expression to the other heart involved. It seems they attempted to turn from this feeling. They filled their time with tasks and their mind with logic, repeating thoughts like, "This is impractical," or "The moment isn't right." But the quiet voice within only grew more persistent, a feeling in the core of their being, not a sound. Without seeking it, thoughts of you arrived. Like a steady, soft pulse in a space beyond pretense, your image lingered. And with that thought came a swell of genuine feeling, a profound and moving recognition that some truths are too powerful to be managed or dismissed. In that stillness, recollections found them. Tender, unexpected flashes of moments, both simple and significant. Your calm response during a flurry. Your decision to stay present when leaving was an option. The unspoken safety they felt simply being near you. Reflecting on your compassion, your consistency, your gentle nature, something softened within them. They saw the uncommon gift of finding true tranquility in another's company. And the clearest realization of all was this: the emotion they are navigating is not uncertainty. It is harmony. It is the soul's quiet agreement, which the mind sometimes debates out of caution for the new paths the heart may wish to walk. It has been shared that in their private moments, they have begun to speak to the divine in a new way. They are bringing forward questions they once buried under pride or fear. Is this genuine? Is this the love I have waited for? Are they a gift you have placed on my path? Their prayers were not always elegant. Often, they were simply a deep, weary breath released into the quiet. Or a gaze fixed on the dark ceiling, heart clenched tight. Or a single tear, swiftly brushed away, a secret meant for no earthly eye. Yet, every silent plea was received. And a response was given. Not with force or fanfare, but with a profound and unmistakable inner stillness, a peace unique to your shared connection. It was a calm that settled the noise in their mind and a clarity that needed no debate. Divine confirmation speaks first to the spirit, and the heart must follow. This is the source of last night's stirring. This is why their inner world is gently being reordered. When a soul accepts a truth, the walls it built around that truth can no longer stand. If, as you read this, you sense a shift within your own being, understand this: hearts that are aligned by a higher purpose often resonate on the same frequency. Their awakening can stir your own waters. And I sense you may wonder, I feel a change, but is it just my hope? Listen closely. Your feelings are not madness. Your hope is not a weakness. Your enduring care, despite uncertainty or distance, is not foolishness. This sensitivity of yours is not a flaw, it is your spiritual compass. It allows you to perceive the energy behind the silence. They have been revisiting their memories of you, focusing on the moments that were soft and true, where you offered your heart without strategy or condition. In those memories, they felt truly witnessed. They felt comprehended and secure. And that security did not bring guilt, it brought a gentle, firm certainty. A conviction without demand. Pure truth. This led them to a solemn realization that in pulling away from you, they have been pulling away from a grace God is weaving within their own soul. This is what moved them to tears. Not from fragility, but from the dismantling of a long-held defense. Truth finally touched a part of them that pride had kept locked away. With stark honesty, they saw the depth of your patience, how you never pressured, never punished with expectations, how you held your love with a dignity that asked for nothing in return, even when it was difficult for you. This humbled them profoundly. For authentic love does more than soothe, it reveals. It holds up a mirror, showing a person their own journey, their avoidances, and the pretense they can no longer sustain. And so, in the quiet, they confessed something raw and sacred, a truth spoken to heaven alone. I cannot bear the thought of a path that does not include them. And you must understand, that kind of humble prayer holds true power. The divine leans in to listen not to perfect words, but to a spirit that has stopped pretending. When the performance ends and the raw truth begins, that is when everything can start to turn. This is the reason for the change you sense. It may be quiet. It may be slow. Your physical eyes may not yet have proof, but in their spirit, they glimpsed a possibility. Not a daydream, but a deep sense of knowing a future with you present in it. A reality where peace gently covers old chaos, where love is a constant shelter, not a storm. Where what you share feels less like a struggle and more like a place of belonging. There is a recognition now, they have been postponing what has already been blessed. This isn't a celestial tease, it is divine preparation. What our impatient hearts call a delay, is often a sacred time of getting ready. So even if today, they move through the world as if it were any other day, their heart holds the memory. They cannot erase the feeling. They cannot unlearn the truth. Ignoring you now brings them no peace. The silence between you no longer feels empty. It feels thick with meaning, like a choice against their own soul. And when heaven begins to stir a conscience, old hiding places lose their comfort. They awoke change not in a loud way, but in awareness. There is a wholly unsettled feeling within them now, a purposeful nudge, a quiet but persistent echo, be brave. Say it. Do not wait. Fear, of course, still speaks. It hisses its old questions. What if you are too much? What if it all falls apart? What if you are not chosen in return? But now, a new, stronger voice answers from within. What if this is part of a sacred plan? That single question is remaking them. They are thinking of all the times they nearly stepped forward, nearly let the truth slip, nearly showed you the depth they carry. Now, those missed chances feel like weight, because staying still has become the greater risk. A divine reordering is happening. In their heart, you are moving from the category of option to the status of essential. This isn't about obsession, it's about the undeniable growth of a truth that has been planted. And a rooted truth cannot help but reach for the light. Here is the beautiful surprise they are discovering. Your presence in their life doesn't distract them from the sacred, it draws them nearer to it. Thinking of you inspires more prayer, deeper reflection, a desire to be a better person. This is not random. It is a heavenly signature, a mark on what is good and right. They are starting to see that a love woven by purpose does more than soothe the heart, it strengthens the soul. It isn't just about feeling good, it's about being called gently, firmly, into wholeness. It is an invitation to grow up, to step. This shift is a calling toward integrity. It is a summons to step into honesty and to embrace responsibility. And now, a sense of duty is awakening within them, not as a heavy chain, but as a quiet privilege. It is the duty to safeguard what is precious, to end the charade, and to offer love in a clear and consistent way, without confusion, without games, without using circumstance as a shield. They are beginning to understand that real love is not about possession, but about guardianship. Wanting you is one thing. The true question is whether they are prepared to honor you. There is a struggle with remorse, as well. Thoughts of past silences, created distance, and nearly lost chances surface. Yet, this regret is not meant to punish. It is meant to activate. That inner conviction is a kindness when it guides a soul back to what is right. They are quietly confronting two essential questions. What life am I truly building? Who do I wish to build it with? And in the quiet, every truthful answer points to you. This does not promise instant perfection or a flawless performance. It signifies something far more solid. A choice has been settled in the deepest part of them. And actions will always, in time, follow a choice that is reinforced by a higher nudge toward wholeness. You may witness this first in subtle shifts, a new reliability, a clearer intention, a sustained presence. The old patterns of mixed signals and withdrawal will begin to fade. This change is not born from a fear of losing you, but from a fundamental shift in how they see your worth. There is a world of difference between the two. Fear is frantic and fleeting. True value is calm and constant. They are practicing words in their heart, not a rehearsed speech, but the right words. They wish to speak from a place of courage, not anxiety, so as not to disrupt the good thing truth is constructing. This is not avoidance, it is preparation. They are measuring their words, not to stall indefinitely, but to ensure they can uphold them. They are asking themselves, if I give my word, can I keep it? If I step forward, can I stay? These are the questions of someone who understands the gravity of the moment. You are not being approached on a whim. You are being approached with deliberate care. So if you sense a space of quiet, do not mistake it for dismissal. Sometimes, a pause is not a step back. Sometimes, a pause is everything within them coming into alignment before they step forward. Indeed, a pause can be the sound of someone gathering their courage to finally do things properly. There is a desire to approach you not from a place of fleeting, loud emotion, but from a deep and quiet certainty. They want truth to be their guide. They want their commitment to be permanent, not provisional. During this time, they are facing the parts of themselves that were shaped by old hurts, their instincts to retreat or to self-protect that were born in a different story. This isn't about dwelling on the past, it is about ensuring they don't carry its unfinished business into what they are building with you. This is the essential, unseen labor of the soul. Its result isn't a proclamation, but a transformation, a person made new from the inside out. Now, let this truth settle over your own heart without any sense of pressure or hurry. Your role is not to chase, orchestrate, or decode every silence. You are being called to a different kind of strength. Stay grounded in who you are. Keep your heart open, yet shielded by a calm assurance, not by anxious fear. Fear will tempt you to react in ways that betray your own grace. When uncertainty visits, as it will, acknowledge its presence but do not make it your home. Let your response be a gentle return to your center. Breathe and remember, I am carried. I am led. I am seen. Your quiet steadiness is a powerful, often unseen, force. It creates a sanctuary where another soul can, perhaps for the first time, learn how to find its own footing. They, too, are cultivating a sense of protection, not a possessive grip, but a devoted stewardship over this fragile, growing understanding. They may grow quiet in the outer world, pulling back from distractions and unnecessary voices to listen more intently to the guidance within. If you sense them withdrawing from noise but not from the connection you share, let this be a sign. True refinement often happens in stillness. They are observing you, not with scrutiny, but with a new level of respect. They see the patience you've shown, the consistency you've offered, the dignity you've maintained. Your actions have delivered a silent sermon, and they are now asking themselves a sobering question: can I rise to meet the sincerity this person carries? They are beginning to understand that the depth you offer warrants profound respect. This is why the air feels charged with seriousness. Words, once spoken from this place, will change the landscape. They know this. The seeming delay is not a game, it is a safeguard. When the moment finally arrives, it will feel inevitable. It will bring a deep exhale of relief, not a swirl of doubt. Words spoken from a heart that is fully aligned carry their own peace with them. A line has been crossed within them that cannot be uncrossed. Simple awareness has matured into quiet resolve. The question is no longer, do I feel this, but what must I do because of this? That is the turning point. They feel accompanied in this process, held to a higher standard with compassion, not condemnation, as they learn to honor the truth that was gently unveiled to them. So, do not be troubled if you cannot map the entire journey yet. Divine timing unfolds in layers. First the heart's surrender, then the mind's agreement, then the spirit's courage, then the spoken word, then the faithful action. Your task is not to forecast each step, but to remain open, stable, and wrapped in a peace that guards you. Continue in kindness. Stay close in prayer. Hold your ground. Do this not as a passive wait, but as an active trust, the kind of trust that is both wise and strong. And the very fact that your spirit is still here, still breathing, still holding a quiet hope, that is your confirmation, too. You are being prepared, just as they are, for what is to come. Take this as your gentle assurance. The divine does not handle hearts haphazardly. Celestial guides do not oversee timing carelessly. What is now unfolding is being constructed on a foundation of truth, not anxiety. And the peace you are holding on to is providing more support than you can possibly see. Understand this clearly. Your steadiness is not a blank space. It is not a passive weight. It is a powerful, active force that is building a harbor of safety. You are fulfilling a sacred role simply by remaining anchored, by choosing not to be uprooted by fear, confusion, or the hunger for a guarantee. Your worth does not require a defense. Your heart does not need to justify itself. You do not need to pursue proof. That work is being handled by a higher wisdom. When something is genuinely true, it does not need to be argued into existence. It settles. It rests. It becomes, quietly and completely, undeniable. So if your spirit needs comfort in this moment, let this truth be your anchor: you are secure. You are supported. The promise is faithful. This is not just a lofty idea or a written verse, it is the quiet, meticulous work of alignment happening behind the scenes, in the unseen hours. There is a calm authority in your stillness. Your peace has substance. It communicates more profoundly than any speech ever could. On their side, a quiet certainty has taken hold. This is not the flash of excitement that flickers out, nor a feeling that changes with the weather. It is a gentle, persistent knowing that returns no matter how they try to look away. The thought of a future that does not include you has become unimaginable. And the most important sign is how this knowing arrived. It did not come with noise or drama. It came softly, without any force at all. That gentleness is how they recognize it as real.